I'm Jeremy. Welcome to the Training Guy. Today, I really want to talk about. I'm going to want to talk about generative AI and how it's going to impact training. So, generative AI. We've seen what um, OpenAI has been able to do with ChatGPT, and we've been able to see there are lots of tools out there like Leonardo and Sora and whatnot that's able to create stuff that's just amazing using AI and just text to video, text to image, text to content type creations. Is this a threat? That's a really good question. Um, I I've done some research, and there's a really good book called The Master Algorithm. It's this book helped me understand how machine learning and on top of that AI works. The thing about AI is that it is able to do an analysis of large amounts of data, and then based off of the model that it's using, generative AI is able to build models and continue to build models until it finds something that can pass as original. But it's doing that by combining content from existing sources. So, what does that mean for content generation? The way AI is going to be used, in my mind, in training and to be used safely and to be used responsibly, is that it's used to help fill in the gaps. You still need to do your task analysis. You still need to understand how the job is going to work. You need to break down that job into tasks. You need to break down that task into subtasks. You need to break down those subtasks into the skills, knowledge, and approaches or attitudes or perspectives that are necessary for someone to do a job well. If you utilize AI to build all that out, what you're doing is you're taking your research and then you're structuring it into something that's going to sound at a certain level and it's going to have a certain level of readability. For some, like for instance, I tend to write at a 12th grade reading level. It's just how I work. I don't talk that way, hopefully. Hopefully it's not that way, but it's a very high reading level, and your average newspaper writes at about a 6th grade reading level. What you're doing with AI is that you're able to set a specific voice to the content that you have, and they can rewrite it so that you've got that particular voice of playful whimsy or stern leadership, or however it is you need to set the feel of the content. That's something that AI is going to be able to do really, really well for you, and they will manage that. Maybe you need to get started and you need some ideas on how you can approach this. AI can generate that for you, and then having someone go back in and redo that. Um, write it so that it makes a little bit more sense and it's clear, has clarity and whatnot. You're always going to need a human to go in and do the final edits and do the final pass through and make sure that it makes sense. If you don't, you end up with some really weird stuff. I've seen AI training or training that's been done in AI where, particularly with voiceovers are notorious for this. They mispronounce words all the time, and you can tell. And you get used to it after a while, but you can tell that someone had an AI do this and that they didn't do the voiceover themselves. Um, that's something that's AI will eventually be able to close the gap on, but it's one of the telltale signs right now. Until that gets fixed, you're always going to need someone to do a voiceover to do it correctly and make sure the words are pronounced correctly, or retrain the AI so it pronounces those words correctly. Anyway, that's generative AI in training as I see it. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. Leave it in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing and like what's going on so far with the channel, and enjoy your learning journey.